And there you see highlights from Thursday night's final night of Desmond Ferguson's Moneyball Sportswear 16th annual Pro-Am. Boy, some great crowds out there at Aim High in Diamonddale. But, once again, I guess 6 teams standing. Of the 6 teams, there are finally Team Roots and was Xavier Tillman. And the other team, Citron. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's Jack's favorite team.
Right. Did they play any defense in this or not? Maybe they did.
The finals, they did.
They were waiting on Xavier Simpson to show him how to play defense.
Ah, yes.
He never showed.
That was an attempt at defense.
I know, that's
there,
why I didn't show. When I heard he was coming out, I'd be out there. But hey, well, Lindsey Huddleston, you did the whole summer routine for Moneyball, and you did a terrific job on those broadcasts with Jack. I mean, what's your takeaway from that? I mean, it's obviously a good thing, and there's a lot of community involvement, things like that. But do you learn anything from the players? And you had some great interviews too.
Yeah, we were fortunate. We had a goal of 100 interviews, and we exceeded that goal. Rico came out, helped us out, Graham Couch as well as Jack. I think some great things come from Moneyball, especially what I call the confidence bank for the players. If you go back a few seasons ago, Kenny Goins had a great 3-point shooting summer at Moneyball.
He did, I remember that.
And that carried over to a successful season, him slaying the Dragon at Duke, and you see him sign that contract
Matt
in Italy.
McQuaid was another example last year.
Cueto was the same way, but more importantly, Gabe Brown and his 59 points one night, I think that's going to carry him. It was a little LSU-esque, and that was a great thing. But I want to thank Forrest Boyer Sr. and Securian Financial Advisor of the Great Lakes. They sponsored us.
Right.
Desmond Ferguson always doing great things.
Des is the greatest.
Yeah, he was. And all those players, I think those at Michigan State as well as those who were not from Michigan State gained a great deal, and it's going to be a great season for all these guys going forward.
Well, Rico Beard, you've done Moneyball many years, and you're obviously out there, you have interest in the Michigan State players, evaluating things. You and I are in agreement, though. It's kind of like an NBA All-Star-esque type, let's be real. But it's very entertaining. But
thank you.
Your takeaway.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining, and you're looking at the Spartans, and you're a little bit worried about the Gabe Brown injury there.
You know what? When I got there, the Gabe Brown thing had just happened. So everybody was buzzing around. I didn't even walk in the door, and it was like, hey, what happened to Gabe Brown?
That's paranoia.
I just walked in. I have no idea. You got to find out. So I see Gabe, and he's sitting there, and he's just kind of got his head down. But he walked out on his own, and then he came back, and he interviewed with us. And first question, Gabe, how you feel? I'll be okay. You could tell it wasn't serious. He wasn't on crutch. He stuck around for the whole night.
Right.
I guess the next day, Izzo made a statement to Graham Couch saying that he was okay. But looking at the Michigan State players, it's kind of like what Lindsey said. You see what guys are working on. And I remember last year, Nick Ward would only shoot jumpers. He wouldn't go down low.
Right.
Kenny Goins would only shoot threes. He wouldn't do so. And you see Gabe Brown really attack. Gabe Brown and Aaron Henry attacking the basket is the thing that I really took in. And for Gabe just needs that consistency. Gabe is going to be 20 points this night, 2 points this next night.
Oh, really?
He's got to be able to bring it every night. But I saw leadership from Aaron Henry because he wasn't timid like he was last year.
Right. Well, Doug Warren, you've been producing a lot of broadcast events, Spotlight Radio Network out at Moneyball, and been out there because you go to events. And so what do you think of the community aspect of it? I mean, it's just like a love-in out there, right? It's the accessibility of players, I think, it was one of its strongest suits, and that's why it draws the biggest crowds, I think.
There's no doubt. Since it went to Aim High out in Diamonddale, it's taken it to another level. It's an air-conditioned facility. There's lots of space there. People have the opportunity to come out and not be uncomfortable in the building itself, but then you have the players out there accessible, taking pictures, autographs, and the level of play now is as good as it's ever been. You have guys who are playing professionally in Europe, guys who are playing college basketball from Michigan State all the way down to the D3 level. You have guys now who have been playing in this event for 10, 15 years, like Derek Nelson, who's part of this community and who just continues to come back. He's still got the scoring record at
70 points. I mean, my God, he's ageless.
He keeps 71 points, so he's going to keep playing until he has to D up somebody to make sure they don't break his record. No, it's the best event in the community in the summer. It's free. Right. It's an incredible event, and kudos to Paige Sauer, Desmond Ferguson, everybody who puts that thing on each and every
Right.
year, and it just keeps growing. I said they got to expand Aim High. They're going to have to get a donation to put a second level of seats.
And
in
so
the
long
place.
as people realize it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, they don't play any defense. Well, no, bleep. Yeah, of course they don't play any defense.
They play
it's
defense in-
entertaining.
So
Nobody shows up and sits in a gym in the summertime to watch somebody lock up anybody for a 35 to 30 game.
So this little flirtation that Michigan players were going to participate.
I told you
That's
that
the
was-
only disappointment.
But you know what? That happened 2 years ago.
It did.
You know, when I went the
And you
first time,
fell
then they
for the
stopped
okey
showing
doke.
up.
Right.
And Derek Walton, I think, came once, 2 years ago, and that was it.
Yeah, Isaiah Livers came and
Adrian
another
Nunez.
person. And Nunez.
Yeah.
And then that
I'm
was
not
it.
sure why. You know, I know
Well,
it's an
it's
hour.
far.
It's an hour.
You know what?
Drive,
It's
man.
too far.
the
They say
west
it's
side
too
of
far.
Lansing,
You know
man.
what?
Give
Let
these
it,
guys a break.
let it be a party with some women there, and somehow they'll find
There's a hotel
way.
down the street. Rent a suite out.
And you own Moneyball down in Ann Arbor. I'll tell you what. Well, we're going to switch gears here. God, do I have to say this? This next segment's called Going Green. That should be
It's
interesting.
sponsored, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Spartan football. Stay with us. Press pass.
Who's got it better than you, Tom?
Nobody.
That was good.